Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Winter Season Showdowns here from the MLG studios in New York City. My name is axeltoss. I am joined by axslav. We just saw a great commercial there from Full Sail University. If you are interested in potentially attending the university and getting a leg up as far as game design, computer animation, graphic design is concerned, head on over to www.fullsail.edu/MLG. Fill in a little bit of your information, what you're interested in, and Full Sail will get right back at you with some more information on how you could potentially attend and, again, get that leg up. A great opportunity for you guys if you're in high school, if you're in college, if you're looking to maybe investigate a little bit more into the gaming industry. fullsail.edu/MLG. That being said, you're currently watching a best of 5 between Nerchio and Babyknight. Winner of this best of 5 qualifies for the Dallas event on March 15th. The Winter Championships. Babyknight is currently up 2-1. Are you surprised, Mr. axslav?
You know, we both thought Babyknight would take this. Nerchio, though, I actually thought Babyknight would be more convincing over Nerchio coming into this, just because of the hardest from experience. Nerchio, though, this guy is so good, man.
He's really good.
I mean, of course, Babyknight's really good, too. That's why he's winning.
Of course.
But I'm saying that Nerchio is just, he's really impressing me with his overall game sense. I still got to say, I still feel like Babyknight is going to take it, but, I mean, this is a really, really good series.
If we're talking about, like, the last game, if Babyknight makes one mistake there, Nerchio wins. As simple as that. The game, I should say, not the match, obviously. But Babyknight had to play that perfectly, and he did. And he was able to convert that into victory. Very impressive play there from Babyknight. We still have some games to go, though. This is a best of 5. Nerchio must win 2 in a row. Babyknight must win 1 more, and he qualifies. But before we get into game number 4, quick little plug of the Dr. Pepper Gaming House. If you want to get set up with some awesome gaming peripheral and Dr. Pepper, head on over to facebook.com/MLGpro. Scroll down here, click on Dr. Pepper Ultimate ... and this is where you can apply. You must send a video with the following criteria, no more than 5 minutes in length. Introduce yourself, your friend, or your group. Tell us why you or they deserve the Ultimate Gaming House. Show us the room or area you want to see transformed. And tell us how you are a one-of-a-kind fan of Dr. Pepper and MLG. Contest has already started. It ends on February 15th. So if you want to get hooked up with a lot of awesome gear and Dr. Pepper, definitely sign up for that as soon as possible. Make a nice little video there. And hopefully get yourself set up.
Be nice to have a room set up like that.
Be amazing. Of course, if you're on like a CSL team, it's fantastic. If you have an extra house or an extra room somewhere, you want to set up an air mattress in the living room and use your room as a gaming center. I think that's great. Tell us why you deserve that, of course, in a 5-minute video.
You know what you can do? You get your room set up like that. You ask them to get you MLG-themed slow cooker. You have a whole bunch of friends over. Watch StarCraft all day. Get some slow cooked brisket going while you're watching. So by the end of it, you can have a nice.
We need a cooking show.
We do. Cooking and StarCraft, they could well together, man.
I think that'd be good.
Yeah, there's natural breaks in between to check on your food progression.
I like it.
Yeah.
And you can work out in between.
Yeah, get a little pull-up bar in your room.
Yep.
Of course, with StarCraft themed on
MLG themed too.
Yeah,
I like it.
right.
Of course, you can get some gear at the MLG Pro Shop to get yourself hooked up. But enough of plugging. Of course, we appreciate everything that our sponsors do for us. And again, check out that Dr. Pepper Gaming House opportunity. Let's get into game number 4 between these two guys. Babyknight versus Nerchio. Babyknight is currently up 2-1. If you're just now joining us, this is game number 4. If you missed the first 3 games, they will be available very shortly. YouTube.com/official MLGSE2. And it's going to be available in full 1080p HD. So game 1 is probably my favorite so far. So if you missed that, definitely go check that out. In the bottom left-hand location, we have the red Zerg player, Nerchio, from Team Acer. He must win 2 games in a row to qualify for the Dallas event on March 15th. His opponent is in the top right, the blue Protoss player, Babyknight, from Team FXO. He is 1 win away from being the 2nd European player to qualify. Of course, we saw Sase defeat Snoot, so we already have a Protoss representative from the European region. We're a little bit short on Zerg representatives, so I'm sure a lot of Zerg fans, a lot of Nerchio fans, a lot of Acer fans going to be rooting on Nerchio here to win, as these guys eloquently discuss balance in the chat here.
Definitely, Nerchio always has been someone who's been fairly outspoken about Protoss throughout most of Wings of Liberty.
You think they'd like team up and start bashing Terran?
No.
No? Okay.
No, because I've known Nerchio for a little while in Wings of Liberty. I've never heard him say anything except for hatred about Protoss. He's definitely there you go. See, Nerchio is steadfast. Like you could literally make Protoss only be able to build probes, and Nerchio would still complain about Protoss. Like he would find a way. He'd say cannon rush is too strong because probes build cannons or something. This guy is he's definitely not loving the fact that Protoss is in the game. But open up this game very differently, perhaps because it's Daybreak. Knows he has more time before that Mothership Core Zealot push can work across the map. This is going to be a great match. Nerchio's going to have... his mechanics are so strong that if you let this guy start off like this... and then with the gas too, so he's going to get speedings as well as a massive Lara boost. This is the reason why as Protoss I scout their pylon. A lot of times, you're talking about this Sase versus Snoot match. Snoot never did this opening, even though Sase never scouted. If you let a Zerg go hatch first, pool, then gas, it's just so scary because as a Protoss... not only do they have so much larva, so they also have a really strong economy, but also the scariest Zerg all-ins come off of this opening because we saw the speeding all-in he did last game. He can do a similar speeding all-in that hits just barely later, but has twice as many speedings because of the massive extra larva at his disposal. I almost feel it's very difficult to one-gate expand against a hatchery first. But Babyknight, I don't think he has any intentions of one-gate expanding. Double gas on the way.
Already has a Mothership Core on the way, too.
Or you know what? He's spinning out on the Mothership Core in Sentry, so never mind. Double gas is normal. My head is still sometimes Wings of Liberty style where because you don't get the Mothership Core, you don't need a double gas. He's going to do the same build as last game. Is Nerchio going to try to mass-produce Zerglings? He is barely mining gas, still with one on gas though, so I think he is going to do that lair tech as well this game. I don't think he's on Daybreak. I don't think we're going to see Nolan.
This seems like game one from both these guys.
The difference though is Nerchio's opening is much more larva availability focused, which I was going to say.
Make up another word, Nick. I love the words you made up last time.
They're good words, man. I should rewrite the English language.
You should. That might be a task. Pretty extensive task.
Webster, he's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, Webster needs a new replacement.
The axslav dictionary. All right, we have some two zealots and a Mothership Core here trying to do some aggression. We've seen this throughout this series. Did Nerchio send guys back to the gas here? Let me check.
He's kept one on gas.
Still one on gas.
He's kept the one from. So I think this is we are going to see a 2-base layer. So it is going to be economically and tech focused. So it's going to be really nice to see where he goes. And now all 3 more on gas. I kind of feel like he's going to be going for mutas here. I think by now he's figured out game 1. The mutas seem to do pretty well.
Yeah. And
honestly, if he masses mutas with his ability to control them and multitask behind him, I don't see Babyknight defending with just grounding. That worked on Entomb Valley, but Nerchio also didn't commit to mutas there.
Yeah, he kind of stopped making them once he decided he wanted to go for that spine crawler contain attempt.
And that was a cool build.
It was very cool.
But we
kind of theorized what would have happened if Nerchio had kept making mutas.
And this is not a map you can do that build on because the ramps really make it hard. There's no one spot where you can contain your opponent 3 bases, right? There's 2 exits.
Yeah.
So that spine core contain build is not really going to work here. So hopefully he's going to really commit to mutas. Also,
Evo Chamber.
He's going to Evo Chamber before the 20-minute mark. I think that was actually really key in him losing that Entomb Valley game. Is that his first Evo was at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And now he's going to get those upgrades available for him. Babyknight though getting to Stargate.
Ooh.
Phoenixes are. If Babyknight sees Spire on Daybreak, I think he's going to go Phoenixes.
All right, layer just finished, so let's keep an eye on that production tab. Oh, he put down a Roachborn here.
I think that's a safety measure.
Yeah,
perhaps.
That makes sense. There's an Overseer, so he's going to be able to get some scouting done. And there is the Spire just now being produced. I can click on it and find out where it is.
I really love the build Nerchio's doing this game. It's a fast layer tech, but also has 3 bases. Now, the drone count is not strong enough to defend that third with Roach serving against something like a 2-base Immortal or Gateway Aggression. But against anything like that, you don't need to defend a third because you have a tech advantage because you're fast layer. So I assume Nerchio would plan to sack the third and make spines. And if they don't commit to an all-in build, then you do have that third available. So I really, really like this opening. The question is, can you hold off the Sentry Zealot Mothership poke?
Yeah.
Because this is such a light commitment, you really don't want to sack the third. 9 roaches are being produced now. and a Spine Card's coming down. I think he'll be okay.
He'll be fine, I think. Some people might be saying, Babyknight, are you crazy? You're going to sacrifice a lot of sentries and zealots here if it doesn't work out. But keep in mind, Babyknight has the ability to recall back to his base. Nice time warp there, cutting off 2 roaches, and hold on.
He's going to get the Nexus.
He's going to kill this 3rd.
I think he is. He's got enough force fields. The roaches have to go all the way around.
Recall.
Yep.
He can keep force fielding too.
Great move by Babyknight there.
Wow.
Oh, trying to stop the sentries. I like this by Nerchio. Some nice micro.
Oh, one sentry was like, hurry up, take me away. But then he died.
Didn't quite cut it, but
cool.
That was a really...
That's something you couldn't do in Wings of Liberty.
No.
Because you can't really run away.
Yeah.
Like sure you can kill the 3rd, but you're gonna die.
And it's not worth losing all those sentries for a 3rd base. Zerg can just rebuild and have total map control.
So Babyknight's making Void Rays.
He doesn't know about the Spire.
No, he did see the Spire, but I think here's what happened. Babyknight's there's the Spire. But then Nerchio saw Babyknight Stargate, so he's like, all right, I guess I'm not gonna make mutas. And then Babyknight was able to see all the roaches that Nerchio made, so he's gonna make Void Rays to counter that. So a bunch of mind games going on here, I think.
A lot of mind games. Oh, and what does Void Ray? You know, with this prismatic alignment, he could cancel hatchery really fast, and there's no mobile anti-air for Nerchio. 3 corruptors being produced. I think he's got to be afraid of Phoenixes, which is why he's avoiding the Mutalisk.
Babyknight really delaying that 3rd in favor of this faster tech.
Yes. I mean, he can't really move out against as many roaches as what he has.
Where is Void Rays?
Oh,
he's got force fields available. There's a time warp on the roaches. There's some force fields. This roach is going to try to scurry out of there. Meanwhile, Babyknight going to be canceling this 4th base with 2 Void Rays across the field. Nerchio deciding just to back away, though I'm not sure what the roaches can do on the defensive against those Void Rays. Perhaps worried about the Void Rays retreating and then taking down the roaches, which again have no defensibility against those Void Rays. So Nerchio going to back away for now, has some Corruptors in production, but again, we've been theorizing throughout these matches, are Corruptors the appropriate response when your opponent's making Void Rays?
I don't think they really work very well. Of course, there's not that many Void Rays, and the cool thing here is Void Rays are slow, so he can overwhelm them, and he's going to get both these Void Ray kills right here. So this is going to be very efficient.
Yeah. If you can isolate them, as long as there's not like 3 Void Rays going crazy, if you can isolate them one by one.
Oh, will this Void Ray get home? Run, Void Ray, run!
Oh, he's going to try to... Blink is not yet done, so it's not like the Stalker's going to have a heroic blink to start taking down those Corruptors.
I think he's going to make it. Oh, maybe not. Is he going to stutter step? He puts the Corruption on. He's stutter stepping the Corruptors forward.
Goodbye, Void Ray.
Taking out 1 Corruptor. Is he going to get a second? Oh, and no blink. No. Nice trade for Nerchio there. Babyknight, though, again in his play, he's okay being down in bases because look at this upgrade investment he's making. 2-2, halfway done. We saw this on Entomb Valley. Babyknight's like, you know what? You can take the map, but if you're going to stay on low-tech units, roaches, Hydrodus, whatever, and I get an upgrade advantage. Ooh, a couple of Corruptors going down there. Babyknight's pushing out. You know, he's going to try to... He might just do a 2-base Tommy with 2-2 and blink.
Hydrostin is about to finish, so Nerchio, I should say, will be able to make a lot of those Hydras.
Oh, and he's getting Tunneling Claws. Does he have Burrow? Because Babyknight has no detection in this army.
Oh, wow, look at that trap onto those roaches. 1 force field, able to prevent those roaches from leaving. Nerchio going to try to make something out of nothing, targeting down those sentries, but great cutoff there from Babyknight. And as you said, he might continue on. 2-2's about to finish. Blink is about to finish. This is going to be a very powerful timing push, but he doesn't have a probe with this composition, I don't see. So how's... Oh, yeah, he does. So Pylon going to go down at the top middle, and Babyknight's going to have plenty of reinforcements available. How many gates does he have?
He's got a lot of gates.
A lot of gates.
A lot of gates.
This is going to be scary for Nerchio.
I feel like if Nerchio had Burrow, he would hold this easily because this is a detectionless rush.
Yeah.
But I think there might be 1 Oracle somewhere that was made earlier. Maybe that was canceled. But he's getting all this tech to use Burrow, the Roach Tunneling Claws, but he never got the Burrow technology itself.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a mistake. Why would you get Tunneling Claws and not get Burrow?
But without detection, the creep won't be reduced, and all this battle is going to be on creep.
Oh, Nerchio's going to go for a flank. He's bringing drones with it as well. We got Lings and Roaches on the left-hand side, a Spine there as well, and here's the flank here from Nerchio from the back. Time Warp going down onto the left side of the flank, but Babyknight is going to be doing a flank of his own with Stalkers on the right-hand side. I don't know if Nerchio's going to have enough. I think it might be too much.
I mean, there's more food, more cost-efficient units, more upgrades.
Wow.
Mothership Core goes down.
There's the GG from Nerchio. Wow, Babyknight takes down Nerchio 3-1. You're going to see him at the Winter Championships in another Zerg Falls in the Winter Season Showdowns.
Yeah. Babyknight, you know, from start to finish, he had the game figured out.
Yeah.
I don't know why Nerchio hesitated on the Spire.
What do you mean? Why he didn't make Mutas?
Yeah, I feel Mutas.
I think he scouted the Stargate.
And he was really afraid of Phoenixes.
He also knew Babyknight scouted his Spire because he saw the hallucinated Phoenix and he saw the Phoenix. So I think his logic was, okay, my opponent's going to make Phoenix. What's good against Phoenix? Roaches, which they kind of are, even though they can't hit Phoenix. It's they're not Void Rays, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It was an interesting game. A lot of mind games going on. And ultimately, Babyknight able to come out on top
got the upper hand of those, I think. Yeah.
Whoa. Are we getting Mothership Core recalled?
I think we might be. The combination of the Sentries and Blinkstalkers. Very effective.
That's actually a cool effect.
Against Roaches and Hydras.
Yeah. Nerchio, unfortunately for him, will not be advancing on to the championship event. It's pretty dark in here. But again, congratulations to Babyknight, and that's going to conclude our broadcast of the day. Again, Babyknight taking out Nerchio 3-1. If you missed anything, visit youtube.com/official MLGSE2. And another quick reminder of the matches we have upcoming and the results. Of course, Sase taking down Snoot 3-0. Babyknight taking down Nerchio 3-1. So right now in the European region, the Protoss players are 2-0 against the Zergs, but we have plenty more PBZs remaining. 3 in total. Stefano versus Titan, Mana versus Blight, Grubby versus Demaga, and also a premier matchup between Sake and Thorzan. Of course, Thorzan, the only Terran in this lineup, hailing from Team Evil Geniuses. That should be a great matchup. And again, this is all coming up over the course of the week, 5 p.m. Eastern live every single day. So definitely join us in watching. And I think that's going to do it for the day. We have Rules of Engagement coming up next. What do you got? What do you got coming up?
So I'm going to be doing a little double feature on Rules of Engagement. Going to be going over both the Friday match between Rain and Flying as well as the Sunday match between Sase and Snoot.
All right, that should be very exciting, guys. Be sure to tune into that. That's going to be coming up next. And as we sign off, take another look at the caster list. These casters are going to be at Dallas, so get excited for that. And again, we'll see you in Rules of Engagement.